thing working finally.
Okay, so we actually put the Whatnot platform on here, and so there's gonna be a lot of people that watch it on here, so it's like great, you know? All these, Heritage doesn't do this, right? So it's good, so it's technology, we're kind of incorporating more people, and so many people, guarantee people are gonna come in here. There's a gentleman that found us off Whatnot that was here last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get more and more people. It looks about maybe 2 people smaller versus last meeting. Yeah, 3 people, I think we gotta hunt them down. I don't want to come back. We gotta start expanding and growing too. This is the 3rd meeting, so welcome you too as well.
Thank you.
You know, what took you so long to get here?
You needed a good ride from Dad.
Okay. Dad put the hammer down.
He's skipping water polo practice today too for
Beg
this.
your pardon?
He's skipping water polo practice.
Oh, that's a
for
big
the year,
deal.
So
Wow.
it's a big deal. Yeah, but he insisted. So
That's cool. Awesome. Thanks. Well, Ben had to.
Yeah, hey guys.
can't make
Basically, we
everyone
have a
that
coin
you,
club meeting. Seth is talking.
What are you doing?
I want to explain to them what's going on, the coin club meeting and everything. Just giving a
Put
quick.
in the title, so it's a coin club.
Yeah, I did, but I just want to give him like a little intro.
Okay.
You can do it if you want. I think you will be better at it.
Good, thank you. So, let's talk some points, right? It's interesting times right now in the coin hobby and the coin business. Things are moving very, very fast. I think that was a perfect example. You can showcase a coin better than a $5 million coin at Heritage. Gold hitting 3,100 is phenomenal. Isn't it shocking that gold's $3,100 an ounce? You know, I grew up in the 80s and gold was always like $300, $350. Even today when I see a Saint, I think $300. I don't think $3,000. You know, which eliminates a lot of potential collectors, right? It's such a very high barrier to entry, but things are moving quicker and quicker. We got more auctions, more coins coming up at auction. People are buying coins like crazy. I know we're like crazy busy at the shop, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, what type of foundation. The good thing about coins that I've noticed is that you got things like this. You got coin clubs. You got people that are very, very passionate about the hobby, and that's great. That's a foundation, and so I think what makes it good from a longer term perspective is you don't have nearly as much volatility as you do in other hobbies, because the volatility, I think, can potentially make a lot of people go away. You know, you come in, you buy a coin for $100, and then 6 months later it's worth, you know, $25. That really doesn't happen in coins. It may be with 80 or 75 or 60 or something like that. With other hobbies, it makes it kind of stinks, right? There's so many people you meet, they're like really cool, they got burned when they first started out, and you're just like, wow, it was just timing. And so with all this kind of volatility and all this movement we have, it's bringing a lot more people in the hobby. I know with Winter Coin U now, I would say we haven't really gotten started with Winter Coin U. I think we have like 40 something applications already. And this is what's weird, and this is very, very telling, is I would say a couple years ago, the youngest that you would get for a kid who really kind of knew their way around was like 15, 16, and about 3 years ago it was 12 or 13. I had a lot of 10, 11-year-olds, like you, Bryce, that know a lot, that know more than the average collector. You know, I mean the average adult collector know a lot more. So it's getting younger very quickly. And what's interesting about the applications to Winter Coin U is that the majority of them are young. And I would say out of the 40, there's probably, I think there were 7 or 8 that were returnees. So they're all brand new. And I think one of the most fascinating things, they're all like 14 and 15. 14 is the first year you can apply, is they've been paying attention since they were your age. They've known about Winter Coin U. They've been involved in coins since they were 10 or 11. They've been watching videos on Instagram or YouTube or this or that. Dad, take me to a coin show, exactly like this. You see all the pictures on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Where do you get all your information? How do you figure out, like, how did you learn?
So usually I just start out with Redbook. Redbook is where I find a lot about denominations, yours, general pricing. And then auction comps help me a lot more about pricing.
What's an auction comp? Some people don't understand that.
So when a coin sells at auction, that means someone bid on it and bought it. So someone was willing to pay an amount for that coin. No. Let's just say coin ratios 500, you sell, say, see like a bunch of auction comps for $500.
So it's like seeing what's actually sold, and that's the real data compared to like what a price tag says, right? Got it, okay. Yeah, see, that's fascinating. How old are you again? You're 11 now, right? It's a lot of information that you already know. That's, a lot of coiners don't even know that. Don't know how to explain that or anything like that. So this is my bigger point. It's really fascinating to see how much younger the hobby is getting and the amount of information. You know, when I was your age, I started getting into coins hardcore when I was 10. I was in the 5th grade. Radio? Fifth, yeah. So I was in the 5th grade, and I had to like ride my bike to this thing called a mall. You know, they don't really exist anymore. Have you ever heard of a bookstore? And so you go into this bookstore, they have a little dingy coin and hobby and knitting section in the back. You know, you guys, some of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And they would sell like a couple of wheat cent folders. They'd have like a 2-year-old red book. And they have some obscure, crappy books about coins. They would never find the book. But then you go to the magazine section, and they would usually have things called Coinage, which is still around, coins, and maybe a coin world. So you buy that. That's what you get your current news. So you were up to date by about 2 months when you bought a coin magazine. Because you know, they were like a month old, they had to print it, and then you had to go buy it. So you at your fingertips, you find out everything. You know what a show report is?
Yeah.
What's a show report?
I mean, companies can write it, certain people can write it, but they say, I bought these coins. They don't always say it, but I've seen them say, I sold.
Yeah. So it's like an update on what they did at the show. When do you usually read those show reports? Like within a day of the show ending?
Yeah.
Isn't that shocking?
A day to a week.
Even sometimes live.
Or live stream,
Yeah, it's crazy versus when I was, even like 10 years ago, you get the information a month and it'd be like in Coin World, and you see a bunch of old deals go, oh, it's a great show, we sold everything, and it's like, that's what they all say, so it's not really that relevant at all, you know, but you can get a good pulse because of what, did you know what else they're doing besides showing you the show report? What else do they do besides tell you words?
Just tell you what coins are going around here.
They show you pictures of coins they bought. Isn't that cool? And before, hey, I bought a lot of coins, and I sold a lot of coins, because here's what I bought in whatever 4K 60 bits per second, whatever the hell the image is, and you're like, wow, you can see it. You can see it in your hands. It connects you to that show. So it's really going to be fascinating where the hobby's going to go. And that's why I think it's important to have things like this. Because I look at this as like high school basketball. Okay? Like a lot of us in here know like NBA level basketball. A lot of people don't even know the game of basketball. We're going to like a high school basketball game. It is pure. So it's amateur, it's real, everyone has a good time there. Let's have a beer, let's have a hot dog, let's go see the kids play ball, teach them things. That's what this is. This is very, very important. Because I think it wouldn't be good if we all just read show reports and looked at coins online and never went out to coin shows. You know, and you guys learn a lot, but you know, you guys live close to a coin shop. You know, 90% of kids, they don't. You know, they don't. I mean, that's when you see the applications from all these winter coin kids, and they're not living in cities like Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas. They live in these small American towns. 90% of America lives in towns like 15,000 or less. Isn't that a crazy stat? So if you're like on Instagram, you're like, okay, I want to go see coins. Where are you gonna go, right? And so hopefully they start coin clubs and everybody gets together, because that really shocked me how many people collect coins in some format. Aren't you guys shocked by that? Aren't you shocked by how many people collect coins? Oh, yeah, it's like you meet somebody and you're just like, oh, I got a little coin shop. Oh, yeah, great. Oh, my mom. Oh, my dad. Oh, my granddad. Oh, this is some story, right? Everyone sees that. It's like 50% of everyone collects coins in some format. So again, it's about the people. Obviously, it's about the coins, about the people that you meet. You know, you make lifelong friendships. But it's downright scary what's happening with the youth. It's shocking how quickly you're going to come up. I mean, I'm terrified. When you guys are like 22 and you're like 14, I'm going to be scared of you. You're going to be running winter coin. You know, the amount of information and knowledge and the cycle of information, how quickly you go through it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got to remember to do things like this all the time. That's the reason why we all got together to start this coin club. So we get together, tell stories, talk about what everyone's talking about, or what's on people's minds, what's gold doing, what's that doing. And then you're going to share it. Why $2 notes? Do you collect $2 notes? And this is my favorite part about coin collecting, is why do you collect that? You know, and I don't mean it in a distasteful manner, but why does somebody collect that? And then once you hear them and you hear their passions come out, you're like, oh, I get it. And then you listen to all that, and you become a better collector yourself by paying attention to the obscure, weirdo things that guy collected over there. But the way he approaches it, the passion, it carries over into how you approach your collections. That's why it's important to come out here and do this. And I know you got, M back here is a serious paper money collector, hardcore, and I know he made a few major acquisitions, and this is your moment. I can tell, you're so excited, so we're gonna have you come up here.
Oh,
And, share, yeah, we're gonna start out with a bang, we're gonna have you share some of the notes that you got. And why, tell us why you bought them, how long you've been shooting for this, why that particular one made sense, did you look at others and you said no to the others, why did you say no? Go through the drill, some people learn. Dan, here, let me turn up the volume of the mic. There you go, it's high, they'll hear you, just speak a little loud.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'm gonna say the little
Introduce
Donald
yourself.
Trump thing. Is this working? All right.
Introduce yourself to everyone.
So, hi guys, my name is M. Rishel, and if you were here on Whatnot, you got a little preview of these notes, because I stole the show and tell back at the shop. But anyways, so yeah, you guys got a pretty good introduction. I'm a serious banknote collector, that's my thing. And so today I have definitely not a complete set, and they're not from the same year, but I have various United States notes, commonly known as legal tender notes, and I have a 1, a 5, and a 10. The 1 and 10 are from 1880, the 5 is from 1907. The major design is the same, it's really just like seal placement, serial number placement, just like things like that, like the serial number colors changed, just like various little things. So I'll just start with the 1 here. Okay, so this 1 is graded AU50. It does have the comment corner repair. The corners are, they're a little repaired, but I got this.
Compare a corner to a note.
So, every note is unique and every note has its own problems, and you would probably want to approach those problems in separate ways if you're trying to fix it up a little. But it looks like here they just, it kind of looks like they reattached some portions of a corner, and yeah, it looks like.
So what does it mean? It was like a note, there's like pieces of it laying around it, they reattached it, or explain?
To be honest, I'm not completely sure. I actually don't know too much about note restoration.
Usually it would be a note with a damaged corner. It's even like a hard fold or something like that. Usually actually the piece of the note wouldn't be available. They would either find a similar note in lower grade and they would salvage the thing from there, or just like attach some kind of like a small piece of paper so that it just doesn't look like a gaping hole.
Got it.
But-
Don't do a jump
Yeah.
for an automobile.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it
yeah.
seems like the corner, it seems like the corners
But
here.
what's another interesting thing is that unlike coins, the doctoring in the notes isn't like frowned upon as much. Because
I mean,
coins,
it
if
still
you like,
is, but not quite.
like it's accepted. Like if you do a good job and you don't lie to people about it, like it's not considered as like ruining. It's actually is just like
It's a little more
restoring.
restoration.
Yeah, because like
Yeah, there's definitely ways to mess it up, but
yeah.
my guess is, just judging by what there is, it's probably someone like glued the corners up, because sometimes, sometimes you would see that, especially like, decades ago, the way people would collect things was, they'd get like a binder out, whatever, and they'd just glue the corners to a piece of paper in the binder. And so probably something like that, because all 4 corners seem to have some slight problems. So yeah, they might just reattach a different corner from a different note. But for that reason, I was able to get this AU50 for the price of a VF20. So that was most of the reason why I chose it, because visually, it really doesn't impair that much, at least on this note. It's all about buy the note, not the holder. So I figured, this one's pretty nice. I'll get it. So you got George Washington right here, main figure on $1 notes, and right here, this is Christopher Columbus discovering land. This little vignette in the corner. This note is from 1880, so it's got that big, nice, juicy seal. I love the big seals. There's something about them. It just seems so official. Like they really just got a big stamp and just went, bam, that's your money.
Also be a wax seal a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And so you can really see the ornate design of the treasury seal in and of itself. And so on the reverse, you've got, sometimes they call it the sawhorse reverse, because you got the little sawhorse right there. Something to do with carpentry. I don't know, I'm not much of a carpenter myself, so I can't really speak to that too much. But yeah, so you got the sawhorse right there, and overall on the reverses of these notes in particular, there's not really too many main design elements. It's just kind of more various intricate patterns, but it's still very beautiful. And you've got the anti-counterfeiting clause on one side, there's a little blank space on the other. And so yeah, this is my 1881 $1 note. This is my 1907 wood chopper. It's probably the best one, probably the best note in my entire collection. So this note is graded 63 EPQ star, which is an incredibly prestigious grade. And it's also an 8-digit radar serial number. And according to Jack Bowers, it's the only one known for 1907 wood choppers. So, yeah, it's called the wood chopper note because you have this guy right here in the middle, and he's got his axe, and he's got his dog, his wife, his baby, his shack. He's living the frontier life. And this note, this major design, first came out in 1869, back in the Rainbow Notes, which I showed the very first time I was here. So all you OGs would remember that. But yeah, so you've got the guy just really emblematic of frontier life, and you have Jackson, and maybe you can question his policies, but he was definitely very popular with people at the time, and certainly still in the 1860s when they were designing this, he was an incredibly popular president and very representative of the common people and of frontier life. And so yeah, they got Jackson, they got the frontiersman and his family. And that's just kind of the main design element. I just love the design of it. Just really, just the way it works together. I mean, part of it with these banknotes is you have so much space. Because I feel like on coins, you kind of have the space to make like one really nice design element. You can make like one beautiful thing. But if you put like 4 things on a coin, it's going to look like a really, really busy coin. But here you have a lot of space. If you just put the wood chopper, you just have a bunch of blank space. So they kind of have to mash things together, and sometimes it comes out looking just kind of random, just like ah crap, we just need to put more stuff here. So they do have just books of engravings that they would pick from, like back here on the one, this one with Columbus. You can find it on other American banknotes. You can find it on obsolete banknotes. They just got a big book of engravings. They just went through. Oh, we want that one. And they would just get someone to engrave it. So anyways, yeah, I just really like the way everything flows together. I think it just works. Unfortunately, it's 1907, so no big seal. I have to contend with the small scallop seal. But, I like this note anyways. And so the reverse, again, I mean, no spectacular design features, but just, again, very intricate patterns. Kind of have these little hearts that the 5s are encased in. And it's just a great note. And of course, you got the Roman numerals. It's always, I don't know, I just find it just feels a lot wealthier to have Roman numerals on money. It's the same thing, like I really like V nickels as far as nickels are concerned, because you got the big Roman numeral. It just feels wealthy to me, I don't know. And so, yeah, the star on the grade is, it's a really great touch. It means that the note has to be a 63, mostly for margin reasons, because for an uncirculated note, that's kind of the sign of a lot of the grade is, it's based on, the handling. Of course, there's no folds in uncirculated, but it's kind of based on the handling and how well centered the margins are, how well centered the seals and serial numbers are, just pretty much how well centered everything is. So what the star means in this case is the handling and in particular the appearance of the note, the quality of the ink, well exceeds 63 standards. But because of the margins or how well things line up, they have to give it a 63. And so, yeah, you got 63 EPQ star, wonderful, wonderful grade. I believe you had a question.
Actually, that was the question.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what is EPQ?
Oh, so EPQ is exceptional paper quality. So it's, it's a lot more common in uncirculated grades. But just what it means is the paper is perfectly original. There's no water damage or anything. Just nothing messed with the paper. There's no writing on it or anything. It just means the paper is original. It's crisp. It's nice. It's bright. It's just very real original.
Right? It's not
It's not too wavy.
You feel the embossing on it.
The embossing to it, that makes a big difference. Yeah, absolutely.
That was the most elegant way to ever describe a numismatic item I think I've ever seen. Like, I mean, and I may not know, I have so much more to say, but I'm just blown away by how you just covered everything about that note and your passion came out. I was in a little dream going, yeah, I guess you're right. I've never thought about these things. So thank you. But keep going.
Yeah, okay,
Quick
so
question. Quick question. You said there was an anti-counterfeit feature on one of the notes, and I know today we have foils and all kinds of, very things that you can do with modern printing. But what were they doing back then?
So of course this was, I guess for the 1907. Actually, this one was printed in the 20s, because you can tell by the signature combinations. that's just representative of who was in office at the time. Because of course you need to sign the note to make it legitimate. So by looking at who was in office, you got this note from the 1920s, but series of 1907. Of course, back then they didn't have any, no fancy holographic strips, nothing like that. So the real anti-counterfeiting measures was just the quality of the engravings. I talked about how, especially on the reverses, there's no real major design features, but they have these just incredible engravings with just all sorts of geometric patterns. And that's a lot of the reason why, is because if you want to counterfeit this, it would be extremely difficult to replicate the kind of design you see. But at the same time, they wanted to leave blank space, because if the note was just completely green, but just full of intricate designs, then nobody would, no one's looking, are those designs real? People don't care. It's just, here's $5. Give me my, $5 was a lot back then. Here's $5. Give me my weeks of groceries. No one really cared. So if you have too much green, what they were worried about is people could just print a close enough green background and nobody would notice. So they tried to leave some blank space too. And they left the blank space mostly so that you could examine that the paper was legitimate. And you can examine that by looking at these red and blue fibers. And that's still something that's in our money today, is these red and blue fibers that they put in the paper when they're making it. And, that's also pretty hard to, of course it can be done, as with anything, but, it would mean that counterfeiters would have to be making their own paper and finding their own red and blue fibers and putting it in. It's just another step of, it's just, another way to protect it. It's like two-factor authentication, but for a banknote. And so, you'll see the red and blue fibers coming out in the blank spots. So I've got one note left. And so this is, it's called a jackass note. Excuse my language. That's just what people call it. So 1880, $10 United States note. They call it a jackass note. It's got this tiny eagle right here on the bottom. And it's kind of looking over his shoulder. And if you flip it upside down, it's probably too far away for you to really see it, but of course it'll be on my table. It looks like a donkey. And it was 1880, so what do they call donkeys? They call them a jackass.
You guys see the donkey? Why don't you trace it a little bit with your finger?
Finger.
You guys see
Yeah,
it?
you might have to come take a look at it later. It's probably pretty small. So this note, it features, let's see, which one is this? Okay, this is, I believe this is Pocahontas being presented to the British Crown. Pocahontas was brought to London, and I guess you could kind of say showcased to the British Crown.
This is true?
Showcase. Yeah.
Really?
I think there's some, certainly in the engraving, probably some level of artistic freedom. But yeah, Pocahontas did go back to London, and then eventually died there, I believe. No, you might want to fact check me on that last part, but I'm pretty confident she did in fact go to London. Okay, and so then my favorite part of this note, it features Daniel Webster. Oh man, this guy, he's pretty great, Daniel Webster. So, he's from New Hampshire, lived a long portion of his life in Massachusetts. Guess what state I'm from? Massachusetts. We're fellow Massholes. So anyways, yeah, this guy, he's pretty great. He was a very famous orator at the time. And if you ever want to read a great short story, there's a 9-page long story. You can just Google and find a PDF called The Devil and Daniel Webster. And it's where, it's just where the devil makes a deal with this guy, the guy wants out, but of course, how do you get out of the deal with the devil? You call Daniel Webster, and Daniel Webster defeated the devil so hard, the devil has apparently never been seen in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts ever again. So, he's pretty great. So yeah, very famous congressman, and he just has the most stern look out of anybody I've ever seen. Just absolutely, wow. And just, of course, the quality of the engravings are so immaculate on notes like this. And one thing I'd also like to mention is all the floral patterns. It's the floral patterns on all this old currency. Everything, not just in the United States notes, not just in the 1880 series, but just all across the board. Just so many beautiful, intricate floral patterns. It's just, I just find it very beautiful. And of course, these are large-sized notes, bigger than our currency today. And it's just a much bigger canvas for the engravers to express themselves on. And actually, sometimes some notes weren't just, this was more of the educational, so you have an educational. so maybe you should talk about this. But sometimes notes were actually painted first, and then, like for the major design elements, then those paintings were then translated into engravings to be put on notes. They're just absolutely incredible artistry. Again, on the reverse, no major element, but again, just the beautiful, intricate engravings. And yeah, this note is rated 64 EPQ, amazing grade. For the reason why I chose this note, it was a great grade at a great price, and I figured, it's time to put something in the collection. I don't have too huge a budget, so I gotta save up, and so I was saving up. I had the money for it, so I decided, you know what? It's a great note, great grade, great price. I'm gonna go for it. And yeah, I'm really happy I did. It's a very beautiful note. So that was my little presentation on the 3 notes I brought. Thank you so much for listening. I believe there's a question right here.
Can I add a little to your thing?
Sure.
Nah, just when you've been talking about the fibers, it's kind of like if you look at All American Paper, like all the different companies. Well, I believe what's the name that was supplying the fractionals and stuff. I think
Was the American Banknote Company?
Yeah, it was probably. I think there was also.
It's a Crane.
There's like one more.
Crane's paper money.
Well, Crane does it now. Crane does it now. They did it for these too, but especially for the rainbows in 1869, they had a different company do it. Actually, it was only starting in 1874 that they worked with Crane.
But then it's like you can see by the decade you can see how it evolves the fibers because actually no series have the same kind of fibers in it. There's short red and blue, just short blue alone, large blue. It really depends. And you can actually tell also by the style they do it. You can tell apart. So I don't remember the names, but there was 2 major companies that supplied the actual paper, and you can tell apart by just the style of fiber in the paper which company supplied it. It's really cool.
So yeah, that was my little presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, we acquired these since last coin club. We were talking about our 1911 house and Pan Pacific, and we got a HK 400 MS65. It's the metal that was minted for the Pan Pacific. Interestingly enough, the 400 was minted on site, okay, but the 399 which is silver and the 401 which is gilded were minted in Philadelphia and conveyed to SF. This is MS65, and we got to see a little bit of how the sausage was made today. But
Was that the coin you hustled me on?
yeah. So the shop has a box of Pan packs.
The tokens.
Tokens. So so-called dollars. So Jim got a.
I like this one because it's the Eastside Beer Gold Medal, so it's, I guess, if you wanted to get a beer there, you have to.
That's cool.
Yeah, the beer company or something was giving them away, so I thought that was super fun. And then that one is they have the medals that they have are each state at a different medal. This is the California one.
So this is a 414, but it's an MS67 DPL. So this is actually a top pop. So this is the only one, and it's really it's like proof like, obviously. PL is proof like. And then unfortunately Ben's not here, but last time asked me, he asked us, because of our 1911 asset, do you want red or you want red brown? Because red is not tarnished. What is the?
That was,
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I said we'll see, but I have and I can how do I say? I use eBay. Okay, you can actually set a search. Okay, and if it comes up, it will mail you or text you. Okay? And so my gig is that aside from Ben to searching for us some of the 1911 pass, but I have searches. So so it pops up, and obviously eBay has like all kinds of fees. So I figure out who the seller is, and I get it from the website, that actual website for the seller. Anyway, this is a PCGS CAC MS66 red brown. It's one of 5, and this is top bottom. It's cool. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, so when we,
but it's
yeah,
viewing time.
viewing time.
Yeah.
Bryce, why don't you pick up your favorite coin out of both those boxes? Why don't you come up here to the podium and tell us why it's your favorite coin, all right? You can have an introduction while I'm speaking.
Okay,
All right.
that might be kind of hard, but there's one I feel.
Maybe you can pick 2 coins if you want.
Sure. You got a lot of different ones.
Yeah, I do.
That was great. Thanks for sharing that too. It's awesome.
So, these are 2 coins that I got,
Why don't you come up here to the front?
You have 5 minutes.
Oh, you know what? She just texted me. She's feeling a little rough.
It's okay.
You guys got me all night.
Yeah.
so this is a 1798 Dreyfus dollar, the BB118 variety. I got it at the 2024 World's Fair of Money in Chicago. And I love this coin, it really spoke to me. I mean, it's CAC, PCS, and best of all, it's just a beautiful coin. Like the circulated cameo, just the look of it. It's fun to do. It was my first big coin. It kind of what made me realize that it was an actual problem in my biggest problem. That I love to be. Yeah.
What is that variety? I don't know.
Yeah, what is that BB blah 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 stuff?
So I think it's like Bauer Borgart or Bolinder Borgart.
Bolinder, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's Bolinder and Bolinder Borgart. So there's 2 different ways to find it. I use BB a bit more because there's a few more books for it, and then B can also be used. But sometimes there's die cracks. Just depends. Some varieties have extra stars on the obverse. Sometimes there's strike throughs, repunching, but this one I never really found many big things on.
Bryce, why don't you say how those were made so that you can see the
Yeah.
differences? How were those made? They're so different than now.
I'm pretty sure they used a hand crank press, so I'm pretty sure 2 guys would spin a press, it would press down, and I would have to pull it out and put the next flange in.
That took forever.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
They just spin the press, and the person putting the placement had to be very precise.
And you gotta watch your fingers too, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
So you have to pull out the coin and then put the next next one in. And so this design was actually of Anne Helen Bingham, which was said to be the most beautiful woman of the time. And a portraitist went over and made a portrait of her, and then a guy transferred it into plaster, and then Robert Scott made it into a dye, and then this design was made. And then here's the little eagle on the reverse with stars and clouds above it. This is probably my favorite design out of all US coins.
That's cool. That's nice. So like, are you gonna collect them? Like if you work hard and earn enough money, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, they're quite expensive, but they're probably my favorite type of coin, and I would love to do it.
So why that particular coin versus say a trade dollar or a $50 pay and pack or a St. John's? Why do you like that one as your favorite coin?
So, I mean, silver value, there isn't much premium above, there is a big premium above it, but silver value does not really include in these things. I just love these coins because, first of all, they're a very beautiful design. They have a great history. And I just find it interesting how the U.S. thought that their coins should be, their currency should be back then. And what was happening, so like on the country, like certain times in the country, maybe it was harder. Like Sundance closed down in 1861 because of the Civil War. And different things happened at different times, which kind of made the coins slightly different in many ways.
So why aren't you collecting floor mirrors instead?
Long hairs are a lot more expensive.
It's one of my dream coins. Is $1,794.
Oh yeah,
Very
but
cool.
those are like 20,000, maybe 50,000.
Oh no, they start like 300 probably. See, don't you feel like you're getting older now? They used to be 20 back when you were 9 years old. How rich you older grand, right?
Yeah, that's a lot. But
Yeah, they're nice coins.
That was the number one thing that dealers, when he started slinging big coins around,
Yeah.
the number one thing they asked him to find on the horse floor was the $1,794.
Yeah,
The dealers were just, it's like a hot potato.
yeah.
Dealers are just desperate to find one.
that reminds me, one time some people had that 1794 at the show and it turned out to be counterfeit.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Anyway, another one of my favorite coins is this Morgan. I mean, it was made by George T. Morgan, as you can know by its name. The design is okay. I like it a lot. And it's DEA proof light, which means the design contrasts from the fields. And I just thought it was really cool coin because it's CIC and Rattler. Rattler's actually made for 3 years, so they're a bit more common than some other rattlers.
Why do they call it a rattler?
Because sometimes coins rattle around them, they don't always. Or you can't really hear it. Some coins really jingle around a lot and they turn around the holder so you might see a sideways coin in a holder. And I just think it's attractive.
Morgan dollar. So you have one Morgan dollar in your collection?
No, I am including loose ones, I don't know. About 30, but a lot of them are just bowling.
Got it, okay.
I only have about 4 actually
That's cool. So what's your next coin that you really are on target to get? That you dreamed of owning, you want to
We
own?
talked about this, car you go to Central States, and if you sell some of your inventory, what are you chasing?
I would love to get a turban head gold. I would like to get a $10 because they're a bit more than the $5, but surprisingly not that much more. So I like to get $10 or $5. If I see a good $5, I'll get it. But I just love that design. It's kind of the Drake bust of gold because they went on the same time, and I think we'll maybe buy some more people.
What does your dad wanna get?
You got good taste. You probably want to do state court or something.
Yeah, I didn't take word.
Yeah, Colorado.
We talked about one more kind of one we both want. What is it? Private?
Oh yeah, private gold. I might want like a Moffat or a 100% California gold. how to get more coins from the private mints.
Seth has a really nice one, keep showing it on Whatnot, I keep on almost swiping.
Which one?
It's XP,
Oh, yeah.
Gruber,
Yeah.
yeah,
The $10,
it's a monster coin.
yeah. The $20 is very, very big, like more than $100,000. But the $10, still a giant coin, and I love it.
I like how Trader B gave away a small one and then Seth just pulls out one that's way better.
No, did Trader B give away a Mormon?
Oh, Mormon, that's right, he gave away.
Yeah, Mormons were in.
He gave away a $5 Mormon, the $10 Mormon is way bigger, the 20 and the 20 are way bigger. They're monster coins, they're hundreds of thousands.
Pioneer Gold's a lot of fun, very historic. I
Yeah.
love Pioneer Gold.
In Mormons, it's interesting because it's kind of like an eye with a chef's hat above it. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, chef said I like that. That's good. Awesome, thank you.
What's that?
So is it okay if we come check out those 2 coins after the meeting?
Oh yeah, you can look through both these boxes and everything in here is for sale.
Okay. Yes.
With Dad's approval.
You can make a property, you can sell my collection, all of that.
Yeah, let's hear from the $2 note collector over here. You got a nice little stash.
Yeah, so I probably have any do a presentation for me because you know way more than I to be honest. I collect things that I think are cool looking and I don't go too deep into it, but I should. And I'm encouraged to do so. So $2 bills, reason, I mean, I like all currency, like all types and denominations, but the reason I got really more into twos was, as a kid, between the ages of 4 and 8, I lived in Germany on a military base. And this was 1978 to 1982, right around that time. And they sent all the kind of less popular money to American bases to use. They gave Susan B. Anthony dollars, Ike dollars, and $2 bills. And that's that age, 4 to 8, I was going, getting money, go buy my comic books or buy candy or whatever at the store, and on the base. And so I had those coins and bills with me. And so I would use that, and then I had never seen a $1 bill. I didn't know it existed. What's a $1 bill? And it wasn't until I came back to the US and my parents were out at the store or something and got changed, they got a $1 bill. I'm like, what's that? I was like, and like a friend was with me, it was like, $1 bill, like, obviously it's a $1 bill. I had never seen one because they didn't use it in Germany. So just always kind of thought $2 bills are cool and just had them. And right after that, I was living near DC, went to the Treasury, where they print all the Bureau printing, and they used to sell like full sheets, not full sheets, but like double sheets of $2 bills. So I got one of those. That was really cool, uncut sheet, stuff like that. So I was always fascinated by twos. And then when the internet came along many years later, I realized, wow, there's large size notes and other cool notes that are too, the big stuff that are all $2 notes as well. So I got into them. And so I've got some that I brought here. I think, like I said, you did the research. I think this is the first one, 1862, so Civil War era. Looks pretty cool. It just love, I mean, I can't go into the details it went into because I just can't. But just love the look at it. The Roman numerals. It's got just other interesting anti-counterfeiting pieces in here. Just fascinating on that note. One of my favorites that they made for many years, different years, different series, is the 1880, much like what I had for this high grade, it looks beautiful. They made it again in 1917 era as well, almost identical with different seals done on that. But just beautiful note. Again, it's a PPQ rating, similar to EPQ for PMG, but PPQ perfect paper quality for BCGS. So those two are legal tenders. And then we also have the silver certificates, other notes out there, other types, but the silver certificate, $2 bills, also has kind of a large seal on it that was quite beautiful.
Is that Roosevelt?
No, it doesn't say who it is. Usually it has the name on the piece below.
It was a military general. I don't remember his name from the top.
Hancock, I
But it could be.
It-
It's got stars on it, yeah.
Yeah, but he was one of the most famous generals at his time. He was like very out there in the media. He's kind of like
kind of this like precursor to like Monroe Doctrine and all that fun stuff. So very cool guy. Do not remember his name.
Yeah, that's what they didn't do anything,
That's cool.
back to the goal.
The ornate back.
And then one of the prettiest series I mentioned as well is the educational series. There's a beautiful $1 at the shop, it's just 65, stunning. But the 2 and the 5 that are also pretty incredible. Museum saying it was like done as a piece of art, and then it was made into an engraving, which is standard engraving plates that they had. But yeah, fell in love with these. The education series is really quite something. That's my $2 story.
Yeah, thanks. That's awesome.
And the general is Winfield Scott Hancock. Quick Google search.
Okay, nice.
Save the day.
I'm next. I don't have much to say. I picked up a typeset 2 weeks ago. This is just the 1800s. So I'm seeking knowledge and opinions, and if any should be popped out and sent in for greater aspirational. It's let me see it. It's really well done, but it is it's out there. Like when I looked at the album manufacturer, they're somewhat prolific.
How do you think that one for Standing Liberty?
Yeah, and I'm also using that for walking
It's all it's airtight, right? That
It's
pop-
airtight. I don't know how to pop them out without mangling the page. It's like once they're in
I
there.
built it to like a aluminum ship.
Okay.
Yeah. That's super cool.
But yeah, so it was mostly complete. It came out of a state that had an amazing amount. This person must have been from Austria, but like so many Austrian coins across the spectrum, all the way through the modern colorized stuff and the proofs, and but like old 1700 stuff to today. But like many collectors, they're completionists, and this guy was on his game. But I mean, I think the $1 trillion is pretty puffed up.
That's what sticks about having one slab, doesn't it?
It's
The grading points, I like albums, it's so much more fun, you know? Slabs are cool, I mean, it's when you just have it all laid out, this is.
true. Yeah,
It's fun.
the compilation is nice. The presentation. The ones that aren't there, it'd be interesting to know, and probably someone there would know this, to be like, oh, the reason why that's missing is, it's the version of like a 16D Mercury, like no one has one of those. It's a rare one, that's why you don't have it, versus like, oh, what you're missing here is a common one, and it just happens to be missing, or popped out, it got lost in the shuffle, which these sort of things happen.
You know, one of the things I love about that kind of album is when you're prowling coin shows, you can find stuff in annex holders people just don't care. They just don't give it the time of day. You can find the most beautiful coins. And Seth would probably go cross it over to Kachi, right? I love putting them in the albums. You can look at a coin 30% below what it's supposed to be, crack it out of an annex holder, and pop into one of these and have fun collecting them. I love doing that. So that came like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one from the 1900s as well, that's all kinds of stuff I used to see, so I couldn't bring that down. Super cool.
So this was sold, this guy made this album himself?
No, so on the inside here, and there's like the fine print, it says the name of the company, I mean, they're not Whitman, but, it's that competitor.
They make every kind of page, blank pages, typesets. But the cool thing is that the airtights have uniform sizes, so even if the point changes, there's only 2 or 3 kinds of sizes of airtights. So you can kind of choose your own adventure with this kind of. Yeah.
And it's safe for long-term storage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Extra PVC.
And there's like a 9.4mm airtight coin. And there's also those foam rings, which help
Yeah.
with the airtight.
But are the phone rings specific, or are you with like an Exacto trying to?
No, they're specific.
They're specific. I would assume they would be
It's
specific.
specific. I've only found one coin that I couldn't find an airtight for, and then a month later they came out with it. So they're on it. They're like trying to meet the collectors' demand.
That's good.
Yeah.
See some coins over there.
Yeah, what I bring. I brought a couple of varieties that I found, which I found really interesting. Just coin roll hunting, estate sales, that sort of thing, which I think is really fun. relatively common stuff, but the varieties are interesting to find. You really have to like spend time with the coins. What I've learned is if I buy something, I have to spend time with it. I can't, you know, it needs to be on my desk. I need to spend some time looking at things and being close to it. And then I covered up all of my grading, and I covered up this because I thought it would just be fun to see like what other people thought, get some opinions on stuff. This one has a special story to me, but we should save it for after people get a chance to look at it.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting, huh?
Not that
I like this, no, that's fun, yeah. All right, does anybody else have anything else to share? Okay, let's look at the coins that we talked about in the notes, so let me go with the coins.
I gotta see these. Rob.
Oh, yeah.
I know we're talking about
Yeah, so we,
well, typically you go straight into the note. I think it's fake, but I'm guessing.
and we have
Ended up big.
I was looking at the periods on BLP, but I found it for they have, and I looked for the card marks on the PVC for the network. Half the BLP is the initial no house. So there's no period.
So that's good.
I have like 15 fake ones, but they're made out of gold, so they're melt. So you know they made them in their jobs, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
That takes a lot. And I brought it into the shop. First thing that does, I guess, took 5 seconds. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Come on. It was like the nicest one.
Yeah, mirror finish.
That was really nice. I think it was just sort of 2.5.
That's nifty, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, personally,
Oh, you bought them?
Yeah, we brought those. I asked them to talk about it. It's like, those are
Well, you can do this one.
yeah, so the two like engineering.
Have you seen the multiple set, like,
So full-blown presentation.
Start to finish, right?
It's like which one do I want to do?
A lot of them have these kind of carving marks on it.
We'll lay them out, you know. Sure. The stuff hasn't even seen like your full collection. It's really, really cool. You know the order. This is the only ancient category, and these are others.
Yeah, I just combine all
Each
these.
everything or no?
This is yeah, mostly, but
Okay.
I have one more raw box.
Oh, you have the raw. Yeah, yeah.
There's no printing error, it's just a common error. If you lay them out flat.
Are these in a specific order? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's kind of the one again.
But also pretty good swing,
Yeah,
They're, I'm gonna do my
simple.
big emperor.
Yeah, up top.
I met with the person who was a main color. This was, it's missing the green cell.
That's passing.
But this is was.
Yeah, but like no.
Oh, you got some, up top here, you have like a.
This is just a black and gold structure.
I don't know about these.
These are just my US and gold.
This one.
It's more cool stuff, but
I know you should like cut it. This is cool. This is cool. I mean, this one's nice. You said 60,
66.
so that's like, would be the highest, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything higher than that?
It was 60. It goes up to 70. But 70.
Okay. Almost possible.
Not that you can buy a 8-year-old, but like, is that what it's selling for?
Sound like the bottom, roll the ring. The rest of them are like, total average circulation.
Something going on between the T and the R there.
I like these.
Raised. It almost looks like the letters got polished. Look at it.
Did you look that up or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I
Well, you were right.
You just found that Hancock. It must have been Mr. Hancock. Yeah, I mean, of course, I've heard it from
That's a guy.
yeah, just like I Googled.
Yeah.
I Googled Hancock. And then I just think when it's got Hancock, I checked
Sure about that too.
make sure it's the right guy. The legacy section.
Period.
You don't have any fix me that one? I snapped the period.
The answer is an answer.
Yeah, it looks right to me. So it looks authentic to me, so I believe there's something else going on. I didn't look for a mint mark.
I didn't realize that there was a purposeful difference in flavors of different series. It makes a lot of sense overall. I just never thought
They were mold, so I
granularity. And I'll note that the word portrait is, I never come up with it, so I had to say it to somebody.
It was real, yeah.
Oh, this one? Oh, you asked one.
And the red seal tag.
Yeah.
Now, would that be a poker chip?
No, this is, the poker chip is the 1923 $10. It's got the, doesn't say the red seals are more prestigious, they were from the first year.
These are great. I've looked at a lot of them. I still don't.
Yeah, this one's not, like,
But again,
No, it's just thin, now does that have thin side? Nicholas and Dunn.
America was pretty far behind a lot of these over because they were on top of it.
I was looking for something else.
But especially, yeah.
Well, yeah, I was also
Feels like it.
a lot of these are. I think you're also explaining to them that you want a lot of these as specials and just came to the US trying to celebrate stuff as like you just saw this one on
This note, judging by the signature combination.
Well, you do,
But usually, this note also is about 10 years old, it's gonna be great. You get $6 in twos, and you got 3 different twos.
Right.
And at that point, you can try and kind of piece of paper, give it to someone. Trust me, it was from 1879.
Did you want to know about some of these?
Yeah.
Did you want to know about some of these? She's got a lot of ancients.
I wish I knew ancients.
Yeah.
I mean, this is beautiful, and then the little surprise is you have the 2 little mugs hanging on the cake.
Yeah, that is that's John, Emperor John the Third, and being crowned by Mary.
Are you sure it's not 2 of the members of the village people?
Don't doubt.
You know, somewhat of a show stage ready.
That's right, exactly.
You know, right? I like pedigree stuff.
Yeah, that's a little gold blue toning, which is really nice.
Look at me. That's not my deal.
Person for sure too. I
That was
brought,
fun.
what I bring last, is this your first time?
Am I
It's
gonna
the first
sit in the car afterwards and say,
Um,
what were you thinking?
I had, what was it? Oh, I bought the winter break. It was the gold label pan pack. That somebody got somewhere.
Yeah.
Then the dealer I bought it from in Georgia had bought it at the fun show, so it made it through some hands before I brought it back to San Francisco, where it was born and where it was packaged up.
Very cool.
Yeah, the Pan Pacifics are really cool.
Yeah, but I think this is 60. Theirs is a 67. You are a tone person.
Yeah, the toner. That's an error coin as well. That's a D over S.
Yeah.
That, which
I
is
find
wild.
the error coins really interesting.
It's so cool to have that toning in there.
Here's my fake. Oh, from last.
What fake? What happened? Is it something you bought?
That's a
$3.
Huh? Is that the one from today or from last week?
Oh, that's last
It's nice.
Did you know it was, or you found out later?
No, I had to. Seth gave me Ben.
Oh shoot.
Ben and Seth and John.
Oh jeez. Was it meant to be gold, or is it actually gold? It is. Oh, it is gold. It's just yeah. It's just,
So 5. Cap glass. 35. 35.
a lot of ancients.
I love this.
We gotta check out the dates on some of these.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm always enthralled by the dates. These are like 400 BC.
Yeah, that's so cool.
That's got like the Medusa.
Yeah,
Which
I
is so
love
cool.
that.
And this is one that we actually we bought.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's
Look at
the
Janus.
The
the
Janus,
Janus,
yeah.
yeah. But we Xander and I we bought this in Rome raw, and we had it graded. Which is
You had
kinda
it graded
fun.
here?
That's
Yeah.
a bit of a
Oh, that's
gamble.
cool.
Totally.
Because,
Yes.
I mean, like when I was in Greece, they're like, anything that you want to buy, we can't sell you. So anything you can buy is
Probably a fake or whatever.
some sort of.
It was a legit shop, and but it was a good price. And then what was the other one that we found that was raw in Rome that we had graded? I was a little bit nervous. We never graded it before, so I sent them in. I actually called.
Right before Julius
It
Caesar.
was NGC, right? I called NGC and I was like, "Hey, I'm a dad. I'm for my son. I've never done this before." And they're like, "You're fine. You're good. Send it in. If it's fake, we'll tell you." And everything came back graded. We were like,
This,
Yeah.
Byzantine.
one of these we found in Palermo in a flea mart, which is kind of fun. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Oh, Papal States.
Yeah, Papal States.
This one was one. It's
From the
cryptocurrency, so it's from the Vatican, and we found it at a flea market. I think we paid €65 for it, and it's what the Pope would give to the cardinals as they would go out to small towns to build churches and stuff like that. He needed money to pay people, and so it's papal currency. So we found it, and I think we charged us like €65. It was literally just loose. So we had it graded, and NGC validated. I mean, it was kind of fun.
That's
Just neat to know that it came from the Vatican, and it's the Pope's silver.
You made the coin. I mean, like
Kind of fun. So we had a few of these graded, so it was kind of fun.
That's super awesome.
I find that, like, I was in the city of X.
Okay.
in Southern
Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
And went into
That's
Coin
yeah,
Blades,
it's cool.
That's a
and,
heavy
like,
coin.
it's like, hey, do you have any
It's the
American
highest
coins?
denomination.
They don't want to have anything to do with it. They just like, oh, we'll sell to you in mouth.
Right,
Yeah, sure.
right.
Oh, it's-
Right.
So
Diana.
usually I'm just the guy traveling to Europe, getting pulled at security because my wife's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
I have
something. Yeah.
like, well, no,
That
I
one.
have like
That's
a couple
it's
of
like,
thousand
It's a
euro
top pop. It's the
I was
Oh.
gonna
like
say,
60
like, it's
pounds
hardly
of
any
coins.
tarnish.
Right.
Just-
Right.
It's the finest one.
And they think
I
you're
got-
like
I got it
trying
for
to
really good
yeah.
price.
Yeah, that there's a razor blade stuck in between them or something
Right.
like that. But
That's a
the
beautiful
last
design,
time
like,
the guy's like,
very
oh, you're the
intricate
second guy
compared to
today.
It's the River of Ortos.
That's
I'm pretty
funny.
sure. It's the River Gods.
So I'll repatriate them, and then I will use to get something to bring back.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for bringing these. These are so
But
That's
if
great.
I have a friend going to a country I don't plan to go to, I'm usually like, here,
Here, go
you
look
know,
for something
enjoy your
fun.
vacation.
Well, that was kind of fun. Like, and we've made this part of when we travel together. Like, we make it. I always try and see what we can find. And so finding some loose coins. And then some you got in Barca, right? Did you buy them out of a collection in Barcelona raw?
Yeah, I had a couple, but I've sold most of them.
Oh, you sold those
Yeah,
other
they
ones.
weren't
Okay.
worth too much.
Okay.
So are you like, where you guy? Are you spending time in the shop?
I'm an
or-
intern. I go weekly.
Okay.
I've seen you there
Okay,
once or
I
twice.
mean, I'm getting to know everybody. Are we still talking? Maybe we have to go.
You're probably looking at my face like
Yeah,
close
it
up.
was on your ear the whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly. That's wonderful. I'm sure people are
Like the
excited.
comments for the last 5 minutes, like, get that guy out of the way.
Yeah, we don't want to look at his pores.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he's a dermatologist. But he is a dermatologist.
And then Xander, what's up on amongst the golds? Your
The
favorites
golds?
are amongst these two that you really like.
The 1855 $1. It's not that great of a grade, but for the it's a CAC G, so that's a really good premium. It's actually more expensive than 60.
So are you doing streaming for Witter?
Yeah, I do some of the whatnot stuff, and I do a lot of like the gulag work. I like sort wheat cents.
I mean, I've never seen wheat cents get sorted. I think this is a myth.
It's a rough
the
job.
thing.
But I mean, like, are you reading dates sorting?
Yeah, we
Or
sort
you're
them by
like-
decade.
Okay.
So we have to like kind of just go through them, like throw them in different buckets.
But you found a few. You found a couple. Did
Like,
you find
what's-
something that was kind of neat, like something that was worth like $400? Didn't you find?
Yes, 14D and 21S. Those
Okay.
are better dates, or 31S.
Yeah. So it's funny because he'd come home, he spent an hour or two there after school, and he comes like, Dad, I'm like, you were finding? I actually found something cool today, and then he showed it to Steph, and like, nice. So yeah, it makes it worthwhile.
Well, when they run out, let me know. I can put you to work. You live in the city somewhere?
Yeah, I live at Heights.
Okay. So do you know Zion?
Zion, yeah, I know Zion.
Yeah. So I sold him a $3 gold piece, and I sold him at his house. Have you been to his house?
No.
I sold him. I'm an accumulator.
Okay.
I have an appreciation for nice things, but I'm just looking to, leverage, right? So I had bought the very first vault box.
Okay.
He got into vault box for a time. He probably still is into it. But I kept him sealed. So I'm like, yeah, because he messaged me. I said something on some comment, and he messaged me. He's like, do you have one of those? I'm like, I actually have 2 of them. So he wanted to gamble with it. I'm like, dude, it's a total gamble.
Yeah. No, you don't know
This
what
is
it
Las
is.
Vegas
Yeah.
for like, it's your dad's money.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, right? So I was like, this is the price if you're going to put them on the shelf, but if you'll open them in front of me, I'll sell it to you a little cheaper. 'Cause I'm
That's fun.
curious
What was
myself.
inside? Was it good?
No,
Oh.
they were blanks. I mean, like, they're like common stuff.
Got
But like right now, I have a case of the first winter break of like the cheap one.
Yeah.
So 10 of those
The
sealed.
first one you started with. Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
have a 10 of the second one.
Yeah. That's
But
cool.
no Emperor's box yet. What's in there so good?
I guess could take a look at this type set.
Oh. You want to look at it?
Before you're starting.
Standard, you got
Are they? Have you processed them? Why was it
Sold it on Whatnot the same day for like $500, like
You did?
$100 more, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah, we just, here you go.
awesome.
That's what we do, keep it moving.
Okay. No, I mean take it.
So he's been accumulating the ancients have been a big.
Yeah. Wow. So the big 5 emperors I'm working on right now are on the bottom. So we have an Augustus, Trajan, Hadrian, Vespasian, and Nero. Those are the star pieces of the collection right now.
good taste.
And so some of these we bought in Europe raw and had we submitted to
that's
great.
cool.
So this like this Janus we had that
What'd
was
you buy in Europe? Like
and that was in Rome.
Yeah, there's a little portion.
Got it, yeah.
And then I think this one too, right, Tanner? That one?
Yeah, about that one as well.
That's
I was a little nervous submitting them, hoping they were real.
Yeah, I bought a bunch in Venice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What was your date rate?
100%. Oh.
No.
Oh.
If you bought a bunch in mint, like all great.
Oh, yeah.
This one was kind of fun. It's
I didn't know anything about pricing.
not super valuable, but it's papal currency, papal state. So it's what the Pope would give the cardinals as they were going out and building churches in the town. So we bought this in a flea mart raw in Palermo when we were there this past summer. And just picked it up. It was like €60.
It's a very charming coin.
That one looks like it's
It's just neat to know that it was like that it was from the Pope's the Pope's vault.
It's
You know.
1897 or 18.
I think there's a.
Sandra, what's the oldest one that you have?
That one, that's Corinth, 515 BC.
Great coins.
And I assume in the ancients because
That's a top pop. It's a really nice one.
Oh, it came from us, huh?
Yeah.
How do we treat you on the price? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I got a really good price on that one.
From
You
who?
shouldn't
Who
have.
priced it?
Uh-oh.
Who priced it?
Someone's about to lose their job tomorrow.
Who priced it? Ben? Ben? Okay, got it.
Ben's in trouble.
Ben, you're so amazing. You know way more than Seth about
Right.
coins. And you're
Yeah.
amazing, Ben.
Did I tell you how good your hair
Bicep
looks
Ben.
today, Ben?
Bicep Ben.
It's
That's cool.
really long.
I mean,
Yeah, this is cool. So
No,
do
I-
a presentation on this next month.
Yeah.
Okay?
yeah, the
So
fun.
your American coins, yeah.
Yeah. I sold a lot of my gold typeset to start saving because I'm building an ancient Roman typeset. That's one of the pieces I'm keeping because it's a better, way better date.
Yeah, it's nice. Better type. Yeah. Very good.
Oh,
DMRS, that's cool.
Touch of root beer.
It's good, dude. It's really reflective. You know, it's like a proof, huh?
Yeah. I would say it was a PL if it were high,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure. No strike.
So like.
Would you resubmit that, you think? Or no? No.
It just is what it is.
No, I mean if it
Yeah.
were like a 66.
Oh, okay.
Probably like
I have lots of specific.
I like that it's got a nice rim tone.
I feel like a lot of people don't need a PhD.
40 years in a body. It's also a little coin pedigree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Some earlier US.
Orchids are cool. What is it? Is that
One's a 97, one's an 18.
That's cool. Yeah, congrats. You got nice coins. Great coins. Yeah, what do the chicks think of your coin collection?
I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, there you go,
What else
baby.
do we got in here? Anything else in here that's decent?
This is stuff, yeah.
Just some
This is
randos.
just some random stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
They say show the coins, they'll tip $1.
Yeah. Oh,
Show coins,
Show
Tanner.
them the coins. Yeah, show them
coins.
your coins.
All right.
I forgot. There's
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
We're live.
We're back, people.
Should we take it off?
Well,
Well, why don't you bring the coin? Why don't you leave it there? Bring the
Oh.
coin up.
Yeah,
So
whatever you
yeah,
want.
yeah.
That's good.
keep Seth in for,
Tell them which is the typeset.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. What was in it? Seated? Was there bus dollar in it? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, just let me know. Just bring it to the shop. We'll do some more trading. I won't let you leave the shop.
I told my wife.
Lock the
There's
doors.
like 4 coins we need.
Seth's negotiating.
Oh,
Right.
they're
Just
in
locks
there?
the doors. It doesn't let you
Yeah.
leave.
4 out of 20 or whatever.
Well, we can always use them.
No, I understand.
You know, specific needs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Xander, you're live. What are you going to show something?
So this is an Augustus Tetradon. This is from the year 26, which would be 5 BC of his ruling in the Roman Empire. It's a choice AU. It's a top pop, the finest known. And the obverse is a bust of Augustus.
Bring the coin in a little bit. Yeah, so there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. And the reverse is much more interesting.
They're saying very nice coin. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it has the, I think it's Taich and
Yeah, hold it
the
steady.
river of Orontes, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's the river god swimming below.
Where's the Arethius at?
Arethius?
Arethusa at?
I'm not sure.
Dave says, amazing coin. I thought it was senior speed dating. How did he get in? Ha ha ha. Okay, good strike.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5, 3 5 strike. It's really nice.
Very nice coin from Huntsville Coin. Thanks, Huntsville.
Yeah, that's probably the center of the collection.
Too bad you can't tip the commenters. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot of, I mean, no one's asked if you're single, but you're getting positive comments in the chat. Thanks, chat.
Yeah. Another part of it is this
Bring it in
Hadrian
a little
Cestris.
bit more.
Yeah.
Carefully, not too close.
Yeah, it's
there
a
you go.
Hadrian
Tilt it back
Cestris.
just a hair so it can catch some light. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's a Hadrian Cestris. This is the largest denomination of Roman currency. It's a XF. It's a better strike. It's a 4-5-3-5 as well.
Cool.
The reverse is Diana with it's upside down.
Yep, there you go.
Diana with bow and arrow.
So it's like U.S. coinage where they.
A little bit of a rotation.
Yep, there you go. Beautiful. That's cool if the coin could tell a story.
Yeah, this is probably or
And what era is that?
this is 11780. Another. This is more Greek, but let's come back. It's
Yeah,
easier to
there
see.
you go.
This is a Corinth AR starter, one of the first denominations of currency ever used by humans, which is really nice.
Stater.
Yeah, stater.
There you
It's from 515 BC, and the obverse is a Pegasus. it's a winged Pegasus, and below it there's a key, which I'm still not sure the meaning of that, but you see like right under the horse belly, and then on the reverse it's a bust of Athena, which is like I feel like the detail of this coin, the story it tells, is like something I've never seen before.
Well, I mean, you think of the way the metal flowed and kind of made this kind of high relief that really protected the design. And if you flip it over, it's because I'm not into ancients and I'm still learning always. You know, they're giving you the different scores for strike, so you can see, you know, that's, at least on the reverse, it's very well struck, and that's why it's saying it's a 5 out of 5. You know, like that guy, if it was baseball, you know, hit the sweet spot.
Yep. Yeah, that's a really cool piece.
Nice.
And then we could go to.
I love their helmets.
Yeah, helmets are really cool. I always like the what are the Greek warriors? Called the Persians. What do they call it? I forget the
You
name.
put me on the spot. I don't know off the top of my head.
So they would get a wad of silver hot and smash it with a hammer, which is the genesis of the term hammer time.
So this one's not necessarily ancient. This is from the Vatican, part of the Papal States. It's from 1775. It's a 2 Gui, the denomination of coin. This is what the Pope would pay the cardinals with, which is this is like really cool. It's like more of a historical value. The reverse is like the coat of arms, kind of. This is from Louis the Third or Fourth.
Yeah, this worth showing a little bit because I think
Yeah.
there's some really cool detail. If you get a little, let's get out into the
Yeah,
focus. There we go. You can start to see some of that really intricate filigree.
Yeah.
Very cool. There you go.
Yeah, that's a really cool piece.
I mean, someone's got to pay to build those churches everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Any 100-gram Geigers?
Geigers?
Oh, how about the Byzantine gold? That's kind of different.
Byzantine? Yeah.
Yeah, you want to show that?
So I have one piece from Byzantine Empire. This is John the Third.
I don't know.
It's a hyperpyron. Its obverse is Christ, because the Byzantine Empire was a really religious empire at the time. And then on the reverse, it's Virgin Mary crowning John the Third as emperor. And these coins are struck in a bowl shape because of the strikes at the time. They didn't really have like the flat strikes as the Roman Empire did. So most Byzantine coins were struck in with more of like an indented bowl shape. I'm not sure if it is 24 karat. I'm pretty sure it's alloy. What they used back then, I think it's like 90 silver, 10 or 90 gold, 10 silver.
So one thing, I assume you have an Insta.
Yes, I have
Is
an
it
Instagram.
like coin heavy Insta?
Yes,
Okay. So let's pull you up because you know we got 35 people here. So what is it?
It'll be the dot Coinbro.
Coin. How appropriate.
How appropriate for a 14-year-old boy.
Okay.
That would be,
So
There we go.
So okay, everybody, here we go.
if you're looking to purchase, everything is for sale. That is on the
Okay,
Instagram.
so I'm following because that's what cool people do is you follow. So there's 37 people here. Let's say 50% conversion rate. So you should get 17, 18 people,
There you go.
18 more followers, let's say.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, so 17 more. Come on, look at that hair. If I had hair like that, I could rule the world.
And then we can go back to the Roman Empire. I'm building the Good Five, basically the Good Five Roman Emperors collection. And this would be Trajan. This is a Tetradom as well, same denomination as the Augustus. It's a little bit of a lower grade, but the obverse is Trajan with an eagle and club below him. I'm not sure if that's popping well on the screen, but.
So they're saying the strike's a 3.
Yeah, the strike's a little lower quality on this one because it's a little off center. You can see on the side the lettering cuts off.
Do you think that's like, hey, this coin as it sits today is like the best it looked ever, and it just was a kind of a 3 out of 5 strike versus like, no, it has wear to it and it's worn down to a 3. Obviously, the off centering isn't going to be that way.
Yeah, the reverse is much better of a strike, but much more on center. But the strike itself is a little softer.
They're saying run it. I love that.
Run it? I would.
Yeah, it's not his account.
Yeah.
We've hijacked the account. This will happen the first Wednesday of the month, as long as they're live, or they bring in the Witter. This is the moneymaker phone, so if they give me access to it, you'll see me here. Maybe we'll run some stuff. Covert.
Go rogue.
Yeah, I purchased.
KCUF pirate radio style.
I purchased this from Witter Coin, so that is why it says Witter.
Yeah.
There you go. Little plug there.
Yeah.
For Witter.
It's Witter pedigree.
That's right.
It's a label over the label.
No, none of these are dipped. It's just from the wear of thousands of years of people holding them. If it were to have any tampering or cleaning, it would say in up here or right below the grade.
On interaction, huh? So we're going for burritos on Bonita on Chestnut.
Okay. But we'll next time.
Or the East Coast still?
Yeah, those are it's Mexican.
Do you know what you have on the 1797?
It's not Mexican.
97.
Mexican. Goddamn right. They get it done.
You happen to take PayPal?
I was at a hoarder's house this morning.
Decade you PayPal?
No
Great.
coins.
You're the only one that can ever see that. I was at a hoarder's
Yeah,
house.
I could.
Yeah, I've been trying to get in this
How about that guy?
This one, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, with
Or Venmo.
brand new in the box, Lego sets.
What time frames were they?
Everything's like 20 years old.
Probably like 40 on that.
Especially toys.
It's like live transactions going on there.
Yeah, they're trying to buy it.
45.
This guy, I can do 40 and 40.
Comics.
How about we meet at 37.50
Video
on this one?
seal,
Yeah.
PS3, PS4 stacked up.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
So like 2,000 square feet.
They sell the stuff or they actually
No,
work?
I have to pass on
The
that.
reporter passed. The family's taken a year to clear out just garbage, multiple dumpsters, and then through
Do you want
my
to use
people.
Venmo or PayPal?
Yeah, hey, I'll go take a look. It's okay.
So we do PayPal.
Sure.
In case you got a video game guy.
Yeah, well.
Should be able to.
But I mean, it would be like a comics, 40-footer, stuff.
It's nuts. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Well, I was like, the guy had money. And they're like, yeah, he worked for HP, he was an engineer. So
There's a lot of stuff you like.
and the nephew that has done a lot of the work, I praised him for what he did. 'Cause it's respectable inside the house now. He's like, yeah, he bought everything in 4s. Ton of
Give me 1 second.
What's up, Matthew? You okay over there?
Look what I'm picking up.
Alright, cool.
I got it for 35.
Oh yeah, the Clarkson. Yeah, it's nice. Good job there.
You can't go wrong with 1700's coin at that price point.
Matthew's been doing whatnot the whole time.
I saw him today.
No, you did,
Yeah, yeah,
you did
I
all
checked
right. You did all right. He's doing all right.
Give me 1 second.
Still have a little ways to go with learning, but how did you think I did?
I was just flipping through, but you gotta not be afraid of the camera. And it's like the reason why I let people listen to Howard Stern is because he reveals himself, the truest version of himself. Good things off. You had a crappy lunch, you can say, the sandwich I had was crappy. People want to know you.
Yeah.
And that's what
think
gets
they're-
people to tune in.
You think they're losers? You can call them losers. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Be nice.
Chat's never losers.
Yeah. Don't gang up on you. You gotta know how to maintain the beast, right, Chat?
We should be able to run a giveaway, maybe.
Giveaway.
That'll be
Yeah,
fine,
yeah. You can't sell anything here, right?
I don't know.
Now we there you go. Now let's see
So,
the
yeah,
action.
as always said, 35.
Daily gripe. You gotta watch your language here. Okay. All right.
Is that step up for you?
Scan again.
Alright.
If it doesn't work this time, I may just have to type it in.
Bonita on Chestnut Street.
Try to see your username, I guess I'm gonna type it.
We're working all day.
Oh, is this it up here?
No. Wait, hold on. No. There, hold on. It didn't come up. Hold on, let's try that one more time.
Those are the people who collect die state within the library. This is a terminal. That's the end. So a lot of the guys who left the early and the late, that's the end. It's when the die broke. Time cluster and half time.
listed before you were turning off earlier?
Yes.
I can see that, I can see that flashing somewhere.
The reception could be bad. There should be a tax classic head in there. Bryce, do you have a classic head in there?
It has that color. Correct, exactly.
Sometimes maybe take things out of the app, relaunch the app maybe, or you can always go in like airplane mode, toggle to airplane mode.
And it's weird, just
Right.
otherwise,
When it
gets,
works.
it's hard to like.
And then toggle back out, it'll like read.
Yeah.
Oh, but, hold on. I think it was coming up. Try that again.
Yeah, that is good.
Dude, take 360 coin, 400 of it, you can't buy those.
I love these guys. Classic head.
You have to.
We'll try that. Go to that little square and then yeah, scan. Well, you gotta enable. No. Yeah, there you go.
And then I told him to buy this thing, but he can sell it.
Like I said,
The little square thing. Try that.
That's just
Takes a lot of them.
But I want them.
really nice.
110.
Yeah, don't touch the screen, let it go.
It's so neat.
You're gonna log in, right?
Which I know my login, so I may just have to type it in. Like if I type it in, it'll let me do it on my login. I guess I have to do it manually. I used to use it.
Well, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure how to do that.
And you go back and go up there. I should have a username. It should have, maybe if I just search your name, would it?
Okay, yeah, you can try that.
Wait, Dad, I'm looking at something over here. Take a look.
1 second. I have to, we have to code. It's getting late. Okay.
Yeah, probably
If
45.
you bought it really well, 10%.
Looks like that first one.
Oh, man, sorry, I don't get why it keeps glitching.
Maybe something, but don't break them all with the Alright. Are you gonna?
That's when I was this, shiny pennies.
Yeah, the top one looks like. Let me double check that it's. Yeah, that's me. The 35, right? And just do it as personal, not as like a seller. Yeah.
You can buy like.
There we go.
Awesome, thank
Okay,
you.
yeah,
I really
no,
appreciate it.
sorry,
That's
okay. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It made it work. It's good.
I to add it to my collection. That's
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. No, I know. Well, thanks, Andrew. It's his stuff. So very cool.
Was it me?
Yeah. Thank you, man. Oh yeah.
Gold coins, gold coins.
Did you guys come? Did you guys look very well?
You sell it to the guys for gold.
That's why it's not real. Most of those coins are great.
That's a good
You know, he's flying better every day than the part that, you know what, he just got to pass our goals.
Today, $450.
Bryce, this game needs to cut out, so close the shop.
Yeah, you gotta close your point shop, bro. Where's Tom? The other place closed.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, don't blow up the, don't blow up down there.
So I thought you were.
Bryce, time to put away.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hitch a ride off one of these guys.
Gonna wrap it up. I like it. I want you to talk about it.
Yeah.
Alright. His cost code is gold.
Alright, anybody need how many?
Dude. Wait, what?
Oh, it's on.
Okay, still.
No, I was searching them for like silver certs.
Oh,
You search them, it's like for like weekly pennies.
Oh, I
It's
see.
like for $1.
Oh, I see. Okay, got
Back this up,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
But we gotta move the table.
Thank you.
Just bought it. I don't know if it was 55 or, which one was the 1 year, 55?
There was no singular one. 55 was 3, or type 2 would be 55.
Yeah, didn't they do type 2 or 55?
There's 54 type 2s were rare, but they did do that one.
And then they also did type 1 to 54.
Yeah, they
Type 1 to 3, 56, 55 is like.
That's just some miscellaneous.
Type 2, right?
That's a type 2, yeah.
Oh, how much?
I do 1500. Yeah, it's capped.
And what's sheet?
Sheets uncapped is like 11.
He's selling that one. He'll have a lot of coins that you haven't seen yet. And then he.
I'm not
he's
doing
trying
any
to
more.
figure out-
I will text you about this one later.
Okay.
Do you got any more like gold?
I'm just 54, $2.
Are you a member? Gotta be fast. Are you a member?
No, I don't think so.
We should have had like little kids, but yeah, talk to CC.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be in tomorrow.
Wait, you got another type 2?
Type 2? I don't think it's only type 2 item.
No pressure to see.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was asking about what the 1 year was, because I got a 55 with the.
High school basketball.
They have striking.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
I don't really like type 2s, I prefer 1s and 3s.
All right, so meeting is hereby adjourned. Ding dong, ding dong.
It's like, and I feel like in grading, personally, like in my opinion, it's much better with the type 3.
The type 3 is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Vadim, I also have this gold coin.
Oh, watch out, glasses on the there you go.
It's 86 first year edition.
Hey, the
Dunkin'
kids need to
Waters.
be working,
Yeah.
not talking, Dean.
Alright.
Xander, you gotta be working.
Yeah.
Come on, Xander. Wait.
Yeah, I didn't really answer. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make my little closing statement here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, but let's.
I'm watching the old guys work. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, what are we doing this?
All right, Chad. This is it for the San Francisco Coin Club. You know, it was fun. This is our 3rd meeting here, so
It's just like a star.
yeah. Seth, you want to say something?
Yeah, I love every single one of you. I'm glad you enjoyed the Coin Club meeting. Do yourself a favor, join your local Coin Club. Go to the meetings, they're a lot of fun, or I'll start your local Coin Club if there's not one, all right?
All right. Message from Seth. All right, see you guys. Hopefully see you on Whatnot. I'm gonna be.
You're not a YouTube star.
Okay, come on. 30. Yeah, pretty good. Wait, we got a. I forgot how you rate from phone. You want me to rate somebody?
It's not just this guy.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, this is it.